Hello lovelies, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. I hope you will find every reason to subscribe and join this amazing community we have here. And to my returning subscribers, I welcome you back once again. In today's video, we shall be having a question and answer section, a Q&A section. So I'll be answering some of the questions you guys have been asking me on my DM and in my comment sections. I have decided to classify the questions into different sections depending on the topic in order not to be going to and fro with similar questions over and over again. So without much blabbing, let's dive right into the questions. Question number 1. You were working as a hospitality staff in a prestigious 5-star hotel and even had a master's degree in hospitality, according to one of your videos. I believe by now you would have been earning more. I mean, you would have been in a better place in terms of salary and position. Sorry, I'm just being curious. Don't you think you should give your move from the hospitality to the caregiving industry a rating? Thank you so much for your concern over my well-being. But for me, what I love doing comes before my earnings. Money is very important, I agree with you, but it is not everything when it comes to work. I believe in enjoying what I do. Why should I waste my time in a career that does not make me happy simply because it comes with a good pay? Imagine grinding 8 hours, 5 days a week for a job that doesn't please me. Just because it is a well-paid job and it comes with a flashy title, you cannot equate that with job fulfillment. In my own scale of preference, my joy, my job satisfaction comes before how much I am paid. In fact, I believe in being satisfied with what I do because that is what will make me fulfilled and even more productive. If you are passionate about your job, there is every tendency that you will be more actively involved in learning about every aspect of that profession. And hopefully one day you'll be successful in that field. I hope I have done good enough justice to these questions. But if you are still not clear, you can watch my video where I explained in details why I left the hospitality industry. I will link it here on the screen and also in the comment section below. Thank you. Then number 2, why did you choose to do your master's degree in a private university? Why the public ones are way more cheaper? And would you advise anyone to choose a private university for a bachelor's degree program as well? Okay. The reason I applied to a private university for my master's degree is very simple and clear. As at the time when I was searching for a university for my master's program, I had basically no knowledge of French language, except for the bonjour and conjugation of some verbs I was taught in my junior secondary school days. So, when I was searching for a university online that offered master's degree in hospitality in Switzerland, all I could find were schools that required proficiency in French language. I'm talking about the public schools here. While in the private schools, English language was the method of instruction. They did not require any proficiency in French or German. English language alone was just okay. So that was why I opted for a private university here in Switzerland. And the process of admission was very straightforward. This is not to say that all master's programs here are taught in French or German. No, in fact, there are several courses that are taught in English language at master's level, just like maybe international relations, banking and finance, and some few others. You can check out on the school website if that interests you. So if the program you are going in for requires proficiency in one of the languages, such as French, German, or Italian language, then you may be left with just 2 options: to learn the language of instructions or pay a higher fee for a private university, just like I did. It all depends on the course you have chosen to do. Is that okay? I hope so. Then number 3, is it hard to work as a caregiver? Is it mentally and physically straining? Okay, this person wants to know if it is mentally and physically straining to work as a caregiver. As I said in one of my videos on how to become a caregiver, I will link that video on the screen also and in the comment section. I consider caregiving job more of a calling, like an inborn trait you have. I remember announcing to my dad that I picked up a caregiving job. The answer, that's some years back, the answer he gave was that he was not surprised knowing the trait that I have since my childhood. As a caregiver, you have a major role to play in another person's life. And this role requires dedication, compassion, stamina, and hard work. But as I said, or as I often say, it is very rewarding and fulfilling. And at the end of the day, you will definitely feel accomplished because you have provided care for someone who needed it, and you have released smiles on the faces of several people that day. At the end of each day, you will see the difference you have made in someone's life positively. Like any other job, there will be days that are harder than others. But at such times, if you are overwhelmed, just relax and recharge. But if you find out that you are beginning to feel mentally and physically drained, then it is time to take some time off to take care of yourself. Because if this is not addressed as quickly as possible, you may eventually become unable to provide good care. Number 4, what are the qualifications I need to have to become a professional caregiver? I'm considering becoming a professional caregiver, but I'm afraid to apply for a position because I have heard that you must have a background in nursing or healthcare before you can be employed. Okay, so something you must know is that caregivers are not the same as nurses or professional medical staff. So as a caregiver, no one will expect you to start doing medical tasks such as removing bandages, clipping fingernails, or administering medications. You will be responsible for helping clients with various non-medical tasks such as light housekeeping, cooking, transportation, personal grooming, mobility assistance, or medication reminders. If you have a nursing or a medical experience, however, that is okay, but it is not a compulsory requirement before you can apply for a position of a caregiver. As long as you are kind, compassionate, hardworking, and reliable, these are basically the first set of requirements. Then you will be provided with all the intensive job training you require by the organization to ensure that you have all the skills and tools necessary for the job. In fact, you will be trained on how to work with all types of patients, even the ones living with dementia. Once you have the qualifications required, you can work as a caregiver for an organization on a contract basis or join an agency to help you find placement in the client's home. Some caregivers prefer working with the agencies because they will be the one who will determine the days that they would like to work, the number of hours they decide to put in, and when to go on holidays. Unlike when you have signed a fixed contract with the organization, then all this will be determined by the terms and conditions in the contract that you sign. Some professional caregivers like to work as caregivers. That implies that they provide all-round the care assistance to their clients, while others work full-time or part-time. As a professional living caregiver, you are only responsible for your client during the hours that you are at their home. The moment your shift is over, clients do not have access to your personal contact information anymore and cannot reach out to you during your off day. This allows you to keep a healthy work-life balance and enjoy your time off. Number 5, what is the salary of caregivers in Switzerland? I have been bench watching your videos and I could not find a part where you mentioned it. The salaries of caregivers for the elderly or the senior citizens in the country depends on a number of factors, which includes the person's level of education, experience, as well as specific duties and responsibility of the job. But generally, for entry levels, the average pay for a caregiver is about 23 Swiss francs per hour, depending on the canton you work. That is why I put it as an average. Some cantons pay higher, while some pay lower. But the average is about 23 Swiss francs. So if you work full-time, you'll be having slightly above 48,500 Swiss francs annually. Number 6, how can I get a job in Switzerland? If you are looking for a job in Switzerland and you are based here in the country, it's different from when you are looking for a job from outside of Switzerland, because different conditions apply. Let me assume that you are in Switzerland and you have a resident permit or any other permit which allows you to work. You can choose to submit your applications online to the recruitment agencies in the country. The agencies like Manpower, Adecco, Swiss Staffing, Multi-Personnel, and the list goes on. These agencies are experts in the field of recruitment, and their goal is to help businesses to find and hire full-time employees for their organization, either on a permanent basis or temporary work, which can be for a few weeks or even months, depending on the client's needs or the needs of the company. Let me talk about when you are applying from a non-EU country. If you come from a non-European Union country, you would like to work in Switzerland, you may only do so if you are highly qualified. That is, if you're a manager, specialist, or other skilled professionals. This means essentially that you should have a degree from a university or an institution of higher education, as well as a number of years of professional work experience, because you will need a permit to work in Switzerland. And only your future employer can apply for this permit, and the requirement for a successful application vary depending on the canton. Your future employer must prove that there is no suitable person to fill the job vacancy from Switzerland or even from the other European Union states. Also, the salary, social security contributions, and the terms of employment for foreign workers must be in accordance with conditions customary to the region, the profession, and the particular sector. 7. What is the job market like for caregivers? The care industry is booming all over the world, and one thing is that it will continue to do so. With the present day improvement in medical care, the number of people who age and live long here on earth will continue to grow. That implies that the carer job has a promising future, or the caregiving job has a promising future. So if it's something you are considering, I will encourage you to go ahead and get started. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Please do like, share, and comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Love from Hilaric's World.